Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to LeagueWise. I'm your host, Chad Finn, and today we'll be reviewing the top LCS Junglers from the 2020 Spring Split, DFS style. If you missed it, make sure to check out yesterday's episode where we reviewed the LCS top laners. And keep in mind, these are only reviews. A look back at the 2020 Spring Split. I'll be doing a summer split preview prior to the start of the summer sessions. The idea of these reviews is to give you just a little bit more insight of these players' past performance from their careers and the latest split. As always, if you get anything out of this video, please do me a solid and hit those like, subscribe, and notification buttons below. Starting things off and holding down the number 12 spot is Grigg from Team Dignitas. Not going to spend a lot of time here as Grigg lost his position with Dignitas and will be playing for Team Liquid's Academy team in the upcoming summer split. Coming in at number 11 is Xmithie from the Immortals. Currently 29 years old. It's hard to say how much longer he can continue to compete at the pro level. His career started in 2012. He has 578 games played on 41 champions with a career win rate of 55.9%. Like his team, Xmithie struggled through the spring split, finishing bottom of the pack in pretty much every statistical category while averaging 13.43 DK fantasy points per game. Xmithie is under contract with the Immortals through November of 2021, so we'll have to see if he can improve through the summer. He, however, seems to be long removed from the form that helped him win spring splits in 2016, 2018, 2019, and summer splits in 2015 and 2018. Coming in at number 10, we have Closer from the Golden Guardians, currently 21. Closer's career started in 2017. He has 153 pro games under his belt on 26 champions with a career win rate of 62.7%. Closer, in my opinion, was a victim of team performance and is probably better than his ranking would lead you to believe, as he finished top 5 in CS per minute, which for those that don't know are creep kills. Killing creeps or minions is one way that you earn gold in League of Legends. He also finished top 5 in gold per minute, gold share, and kill participation, while averaging 14.77 DraftKings fantasy points per contest. Coming in at number 9 is Shenfire. Went the wrong direction. Coming in at number 9 is Shenfire, another player we won't dwell on as he's only played 6 games on 2 champions before being allowed to look for another opportunity in either the Academy or for the upcoming LCS Summer Split. Not sure what the situation was, just that Team Liquid gave him permission to look elsewhere. Might have been motivated by his replacement, which we'll talk about here in a few minutes. However, in case Shenfire does find his way back into the LCS, he currently is 22 years old. His career started in 2016. He has 167 games played on 25 champions with a career win rate of 65.9%, while averaging only 14.81 DK fantasy points during his short stint with Team Liquid. During the spring session, he did manage a 77.8% kill percentage. We'll have to see if he finds a home on a pro roster by summer split or if he will be taking some time off. At number 8, we have Wiggly from Counterlogic. Currently 22 and under contract through November of 2021. Wiggly's career started in 2014. He has 180 games played on 25 champions with a career win rate of only 51.7%. Even though he hasn't experienced much winning in his career, his 2020 spring stats show that he is better than his ranking might indicate, and possibly that win percentage. Having finished in the top 5 among LCS junglers in CS per minute, gold per minute, gold share, and kill participation, while averaging 16.76 DK fantasy points per game. We'll have to see if Counterlogic can improve enough to make Wiggly a viable fantasy play going into the summer session. Holding down the number 7 spot is Shenfire's replacement, Broxah, from Team Liquid. Currently, 22 Broxah is under contract with Team Liquid through November of 2022, and his pro career started in 2016. During that time, he has 290 games played on 26 champions with a career win rate of 64.5%. From the outside looking in, Broxah had an average 2020 spring split, averaging 16.82 DK fantasy points per game, but did manage to post the second highest KDA in the LCS among junglers with 4.0 and a kill participation of 72.7%. I'll be interested to see what he can do this summer, as Team Liquid does appear to be making some moves to improve their roster. Again, that is something that we'll go more in depth with come June when we launch our preview series. Coming in at number 6, just on the outside of the top 5, despite finishing in the bottom third of every statistical category I tracked, is Svenskeren of Evil Geniuses. Currently 24 years old, Svenskeren's career started in 2013. He has 573 games played on 38 champions with a career win rate of 60%, averaging 16.86 DK fantasy points per game. Svenskeren's production was disappointing throughout the split, despite the Golden Guardians finishing second during the regular season. That is going to be an ongoing theme when talking about the Golden Guardians, as their players' production did not match their team's success, which became evident when they got into playoffs. We'll have to see, once again, what they do to improve going into the summer split. Cracking the top 5 is Team Solid Mid's Dardoch, who will be joining Team Dignitas for the summer split, creating an interesting dynamic with our number 2 jungler on the list, and I'll go into more detail with that in a couple minutes. Currently 22 years old, Dardoch's career started in 2015. He has 318 pro games played on 38 champions with a career win rate of 51.3%. During the spring session, Dardoch averaged 18.30 DraftKings fantasy points per game, with a mediocre performance statistically, really all split long. Nothing really jumps off the page. Again, we will talk more about the situation created with Team Dignitas here in a couple minutes. At number 4 is Mateos from 100 Thieves, originally a Skarner 1 trick before turning pro in 2013. He has played 401 pro games on 28 champions with a career win rate of 61.1%. At 26, Mateos is still under contract with 100 Thieves for another year and will, like his team, look to improve on his 2020 spring split, where he averaged 18.68 DraftKings fantasy points per game while finishing top 5 in KDA with 3.1, CS per minute with 4.8, and gold per minute with 299. Interested to see what the 100 Thieves do, improving on spring session. In at number 3 is a player that never uses in-game sound and was, I should say, the outstanding rookie of the 2015 LCS spring split. Currently 23, Santorin's pro career started in 2014. He has 361 games played on 31 champions with a career win rate of 51%. The 2020 spring split was highlighted by FlyQuest's runner-up finish, which was led in large part by Santorin's Trundle and Rek'Sai play through the playoffs, where he went a combined 6-2. Through the regular season, he averaged 19.10 DK fantasy points per game, while finishing in the top 5 among junglers in KDA at 3.2, CS per minute at 4.8, gold share at 17.8%, and kill participation at 76.6%. Number 2 is Adian from Team Dignitas. As mentioned a couple spots ago, an interesting dynamic has been created here. I am not sure if there are any issues internally or not, or what the future for Adian is. But for some reason, Team Dignitas brought in solo mids jungler Dardoch, who is a starter in his own right. We'll have to keep an eye on this and cover it in more depth in our LCS Summer Split preview series coming in June. But as of today, Acadian is still on the roster, still expected to be the starter for Dignitas, but we'll just have to see what their plans are. Currently 23, he is a former high school water polo player. His career started in 2014. He has played in 226 pro games on 27 champions while compiling a career win rate of a disappointing 44.7%. That is low. Despite his team posting a losing spring split record, Acadian did manage to average 20.73 DK fantasy points per game, finishing top 3 in KDA, 3.7, CS per minute at 5.3, gold per minute at 329, and gold share at 19.4%. And in at number 1, and it is no surprise, is Blabber from Spring Champion Cloud9 and NA LCS 2020 Spring MVP. Only 20 years old, Blabber was drafted by Cloud9 after his impressive 2017 Scouting Grounds performance, which launched his pro career. Since then, he has played, in 126 pro games on 22 champions, with an incredible win rate of 75.4%. Now let's put that in perspective a little bit. That career win rate is the highest win rate in LCS history of any player, past or current, that has played more than one game. Let that sit there for a second. That is an insane stat. Make no mistake about it, Blabber is a world-class jungler, and his numbers show it. During the 2020 spring split, he led all LCS junglers in KDA at 6.0, CS per minute at 6.0, gold per minute at 368, and gold share at 19.4%, while averaging an outstanding 29.14 DK fantasy points per contest. I will talk more about Blabber in our LCS preview series, but he is somebody that, if you can fit in a lineup, is a must in a lineup, unless you're just going for a contrarian build. He's insane and can carry every game. So there you have it. The best LCS junglers from Spring Split 2020 from a DFS perspective. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons below. You can also check out yesterday's video reviewing the best LCS top laners from Spring Split 2020. And make sure to come back and tune in tomorrow when I'll be reviewing the LCS's best mid laners from Spring Split, DFS style, of course. I'll also be dropping a video later today or tomorrow morning, giving you my picks for the DraftKings LoL midseason special, being played Thursday morning. Like I said, look for that this evening or tomorrow morning as I'm thinking about it. More than likely tomorrow morning, but it is coming. And I'm excited about it. It'll be my channel's first opportunity to give you some of my insight on League of Legends and DFS. Again, I do want to thank you for watching LeagueWise. I'm your host, Chad Finn, saying be safe and see you tomorrow.